skills.
Yeah, so you're really on the cutting edge. And then after that, you know, I'm also on the board of the online journal, The Neuropsychotherapist.
Yes.
And they just published an article, which I didn't get around to reading. I wanted to in prep for this, but and it's using the same terminology. It's a whole article about metacognition. So
Yeah.
evidently, this is a real hot area that you're in.
Yeah, and I'd say what started as a real buzzword in the research and scientific community has very quickly sort of trickled into the educational world, into the therapy world, that we have conferences for teachers, for administrators, for therapists across many domains, certainly not just speech and language, but I'd say across, you know, occupational therapy, educational therapy, I would imagine in the world of psychology, where folks are exploring what it means to back up in our interventions and make sure that we are embedding this foundation of metacognitive understanding for our clients.
Mm-hmm.
Because without that, we're handing them tools without a real understanding of why or how to use them.
Yeah. Now, I gather that another piece of this is that it falls under the rubric of self-regulation. That's part of what you're teaching, right? So what does self-regulation, why does self-regulation matter in the development of these kids and teens and young adults?
Yeah, this is a great question. So metacognition is directly related to self-regulation because it really is the foundation those skills are built upon. And self-regulation, right, our ability to regulate, a colleague and I developed our working definition is it's regulating your team, your thoughts and attention, your emotional responses, your actions, and your motivation, right, so your team, in order to meet the social demands or the environmental demands and attain your goals. And this matters for a lot of reasons, but we kind of discovered how relevant it was, and I say we as in the scientific community, back when Stanford published their very well-known marshmallow study, right, back in the late 60s, early 1970s, where they looked at how well young children, preschool-age children, could delay gratification. So kids were led into a room and there was a marshmallow sitting on the table. And the researcher says, this marshmallow is yours. You can eat it right now. Or if you wait, I will give you 2 when I come back. And waiting is the key, right, to delaying gratification. And so do you grab and gulp the immediate reward right now? Or can you engage self-regulation to obtain some long-term or ultimate reward? And they followed these kids for years. And what they found was that self-regulation outweighed any other predictor of lifelong success. And this is a big deal, especially when you start talking to teachers and educators and therapists, because we are in the business of helping kids be successful. Yeah. And if that is the number one indicator, then we need to figure out how we are explicitly and intentionally teaching self-regulation skills to all kids, not waiting for kids to have some identified deficit or delay that necessitates intervention.
Okay, that's amazing that little test has such huge implications. And the concept of delay of gratification, I mean, that goes all the way back to Freud and psychoanalytic thought.